kick unit for the Seahawks out there on the field, and we are ready to rock. This taken in at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. On first down, Farrell. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 17 yards on the game's opening play and a quick first down. Looking to throw, Farrell. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 45-yard line. Let's go!
To throw on 2nd down. Farrell buying time to his left. They'll find Paris Campbell. That's complete. Yeah, he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and his accurate throwing on the run and picking up the first down.
He gets it complete to Harris. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. The Cardinals hit 4-7 now on the year. They were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
Okay, ready?
Again, he'll drop to throw. Finding Harris on back-to-back plays. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Simpson reels it in over the middle. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Farrell. He finds his man. Complete. That's Wolf. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down, and this has been a great opening drive. You know, at this point, they'd hate to settle for 3, but they've created a fresh set of downs and a 1st and goal.
Looking to throw. Farrell. That's swung out wide to Harris. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And it's 2nd and goal. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. And he is in for 6. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great effort there. His 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll run with Walker to begin the drive. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Brandon, to me, what's important right here on this drive is for them to get at least 2 first downs. They've got to give their defense a chance to settle down, catch their breath a little bit after they give up a touchdown on the opening drive.
Now here's a throw right side taken in by his tight end. And some room to maneuver. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend, but you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game plan is going to be a little more limited, but so is theirs. So that's when you just appeal to your top players. Guys, you make plays in this one, we out-execute them, we can walk away with a win.
Looking to throw on second down. Farrell. He finds his man, complete. It's Wolf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. These two teams all tied after one.
With the score tied 7-7.
Now a first down carry for Harris. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's second down. Well, these two division rivals, the schedule maker gave them a couple of second-half meetings this year. They met for the first time back in Week 11. And it was the visiting Cardinals who came away with the victory. So now they've got a chance here to sweep the season series if they can get the victory in Glendale. That ball caught by Campbell. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
Throwing on first down. Farrell. It's brought in by Harris. And the Cardinals are going to have a first and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line.
How about the way they're moving the ball down the field? They had a big play a moment ago. Followed it up with another nice one here. And before you know it, they're already looking at first and goal.
And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up second and goal. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Again, it's Harris on second down. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line.
And a nice job defensively to keep him out of the end zone. He was trying to get his second touchdown already in the first half.
They had that one earlier, was bidding for a second. Big play coming here. It's third and goal. Operating from the gun. Farrell flushed out right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Call it a big loss of 10 there. And it's going to bring up a 4th and goal.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
On 4th down, Farrell. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on 4th and goal. Well, Charles, certainly circle that play. We might have to revisit it later. They had 3 in their back pocket. They go for it on 4th and goal and throw the pick.
Well, you know, we're still in the first half. A bold call nonetheless. And I guess the book might have said take the 3, but it looks like they burned the book and just said give me the analytics. And the analytics said go for it. Didn't work out.
Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And some space here. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. It's a gain of 15, 1st down Seahawks.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. He finds his man, complete. It's Harrison. 2nd quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. So not quite a 1st down just yet as they come up on 2nd and less than a yard. Lockett, the man in motion. On 2nd down, it's Walker. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
On running plays, linemen, of course, have their assignments. That's expected. But it's not often you're expecting to see a cornerback blitzing in run support and tackling the runner for a loss.
And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
4th down. Harvey. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And they're going to get this down to about the 37. Both sides were holding their breath there on that 4th down play, and the offense can breathe a sigh of relief.
And both knew exactly where the first down markers were. You know the defense is trying to guard those sticks and try and keep people in front, but somehow, some way, those guys found a way to pick it up.
On 1st and 10, Harvey. This is the tight end fan. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Now to the ground. Here's Walker. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. To throw on 2nd down. Harvey. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. Noah Fant, as the first half is winding down. And the Seahawks have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Now this is going to be returned from the back line of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line. So we've come upon halftime with the visiting Seahawks. They're out in front. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. But Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they've got the lead now, a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the third quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them, too.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's second down.
At the 49-yard line.
Back to throw again. Catch is made by Metcalf. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Harvey. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And they'll hustle up to stop him well shy of the first, right around the 15. So out now is the Seattle field goal team. This from 32 yards away. And his kick is good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And their deficit a little wider now than it was at halftime following the field goal a moment ago.
But the goal is still the same because you know they want to come out, establish a rhythm in the second half, and get going. Make no mistake about it, though.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he steps out of bounds, but not before he gets inside the 35. A huge play there for Arizona. And even 40 yards. On first down, Farrell. Catch made here by Campbell. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. And 22 more yards there and another first down.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
Now we're 1st and 10 at the 11. Oh, they're going to run a little pop pass here. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on it before he could get much out of it.
Now 2nd and 9 from the 10. They'll look to throw again. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Cardinals. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And the Cardinals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. He finds his man, complete. That's Harrison.
And Brandon, as you know, sometimes it's a lot tougher to run with these tight ends nowadays in the NFL. They're just bigger wide receivers. He lined up on the left side of the formation, ran a drag route across the field, and tried to work his way open. He was able to make the catch, but the defenders were there, couldn't do a whole lot with it afterwards.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And while all of that was going on, we have an injured player out there in need of some attention. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
And based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
Well, thanks for joining us here on a Thursday night in the NFL. Third quarter, 2nd and 10 coming up. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12. See what they have drawn up here, a little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a first down. To throw on 3rd down. Elam, left side here, taken in by Metcalf. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 23 yards on the play.
It's a gain of 23 yards. First down, Seattle.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. Up the middle, here's Walker. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. Sticking with Walker on 2nd down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bring up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word, put it in bold. Here we go. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to swell the lead to 6. And this one is right through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, it's a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now, because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
On a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments.
And this throw will be intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. So they tried to take the deep shot there, but this defense up to the task.
And a lot of times when you air a ball out like this, if it does get intercepted, there's going to be a lot of space out there to set up a return. And remember, you've got 5 big offensive linemen out there playing on their feet in open space. Not a skill most of them possess that allows for extra yardage on the return.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
13 yards remaining on second down. Back to throw. Elam. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss.
I think you saw the same thing that I did there, partner. Remember, he's their backup quarterback, so the last thing they need is to lose another one right here on the sack. Looks like he's going to be okay, though.
Yeah, he looked like he was favoring something in the left leg. Appears to be fine now, but you're right. That O-line, they got to protect him. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And this play going to be stopped in its tracks at the 32, and obviously well short of the first down.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
And this one is right down Broadway. And that will make this a 9-point lead. So that CD, an important one here in the 4th quarter.
And that importance cannot be overstated. All eyes on both sidelines were staring that one down all the way. The significance is that they made it a 2-score game. Still lots of time left to go, but likely that was their goal at the start of the drive. Get 3 points, make it a 2-score game, and they were able to get it done.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. A tougher task for them now. That turnover on their last possession led to the field goal, meaning that they have to now try to erase. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. And the Seahawks are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
They had to put it mildly. Look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Straight ahead, Walker. And they go the wrong way here. Knocked back to the 20. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Decent start defensively to this series. They've got to stop them here and get this ball back.
I like the way you phrase that, partner. Decent start, but now it's got to be more about the ball. It's all about the ball, getting it away from them, because making good tackles is one thing, but the clock can run out on you. You've got to have the football back for your offense.
2 yards the loss there. Now 3rd and 14.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Elam, and he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And his kick is indeed good, and that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, we were having a tough patch. this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And it finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw.
Back to the same target, Campbell. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Back to throw now on first down. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And that is incomplete.
Whew, that's certainly not the worst thing. It stops the clock and lets your offense catch its breath and lets us exhale a little bit. Now I expect them to call a couple plays in the huddle so they're ready if a tackle happens inbounds.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks 17-yard line. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Limited time left on the clock after that incompletion, so I think both sides are going to savor every second to prepare before the next snap. Because once the ball's in motion, it may be a non-stop push to finish this drive off. Everyone better be on the same page right now, because I think they're going to try and get several plays off in quick succession if they can.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make or break onside kick. And the Seahawks, looks like they've recovered. They have. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
1978. I think it was in November.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you watch high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On third down, here's Walker. And he'll get it down to the play to the 37. A good gain there on 3rd and 8 of 7 yards, and now a decision here on 4th and 1. This late in the game, Charles, I think you maybe seriously have to think about going for it.
Especially where they are in terms of field position, because this is almost like no man's land. Might hurt your punter because there might not be enough space, maybe too far for your field goal kicker. I'm like the old rule. Possession is 9/10 of the law. Possession is 9/10 of winning the game. Go for it. Get the first down. Close it out.
They'll run for it. It's Walker. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, their first 4th down attempt earlier was successful. This one backfires for a turnover on downs.
I like their aggressiveness. I like what they're doing. They got it the first time they went for it. Why not a second time? I don't think they'll be daunted from attempting it again. If you're on the defensive side of the ball, though, any fourth down stop is a big momentum play.
Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's knocked away and incomplete. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over.
So the victory here for Seattle. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, they have to be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Seahawks, the playoffs may be out of reach, but the win gets them to 4-8 on the year. And now they'll have a few extra days here before they face the Giants next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, the playoffs look to be out of reach now as they drop to 4-8. And they'll have a chance at redemption next week at home against the Los Angeles Rams.